Antonio Rudiger struck the winning penalty to leave Manchester City's bid for another treble in tatters. The Spanish giants spent much of the night camped in their own half in another gripping clash with their own rivals.
Pep Guardiola had talked before the game on whether he was going to take a gamble on the fitness of skipper Kyle Walker. The veteran has spent 3.5 weeks on the sidelines due to a hamstring injury on England.
But he was missed in the first leg as his old sparring partner Vinicius Jr. enjoyed too much space, so the City boss decided to take the risk. It was September 2018 last time City lost a Champions League game at their fortress, a record for English clubs.
Read more in FOOTBALLSHOW. Over awkward moment, I show speed confronted by City fans and forced to shut down stream. Hot Wheels winner VW Tiguan R plus £10,000 or £40,000 cash from just 89p with our discount, and you have to go back to November 2022 before a ball had been kicked at the Qatar World Cup. For last time anybody won here. So City would have hoped their thrilling draw in the Bernabeu 8 days ago gave them the base to reach the semi-finals for a fourth straight time.
Real Madrid, though, are not 14-time winners for nothing. They have made a habit of squeezing through in ties when they look doomed. And sure enough, after a cagey start to the game, the visitors struck first. Most read in Champions League creep dead Shannon Matthews kidnapper Michael Donovan dies from cancer in hospital. New parents Ollie Mers reveals wife Amelia has given birth to their first child together doesn't look well. Moment woman wheels dead uncle into bank to take out loan in his name. Top cop rap married top cop, 41. Charged with misconduct over affair with rookie, 24. Best free bet sign-up offers for UK bookmaker Jude Bellingham's brilliant control and spin from Danny Carvajal's pass opened things up, and his pass sent Vinicius Jr. away down the right.
His low cross reached fellow Brazilian Rodrigo, whose first effort was miraculously saved by another countryman Edison. Every Premier League stadium ranked by the number of pubs nearby, with one boasting over 130 local boozers. The rebound fell kindly for him, though, and he made no mistake in slamming it home at the second time of asking.
It was the wide man who broke City hearts with 2 stoppage time goals in the Bernabeu 2 years ago, and here he was at it again. Just like in Spain 8 days ago, City found themselves behind around the quarter-hour mark, and with some serious work to do.
They pushed hard for an equaliser as Bernardo Silva's cross was headed over by Haaland. The Norwegian then looped a header onto the bar from a Kevin De Bruyne cross, and Silva somehow bundled the rebound wide from close range.
Madrid still looked a huge threat on the break, though, and Walker showed why his manager picked him by getting back to block an effort from Carvajal. Most of the chances were coming at the other end, even though Madrid were dealing with City's threat well.
Andre Lunin made a spectacular stop to deny De Bruyne, while Jack Grealish saw his low effort deflected past the post. The Three Lions ace was catching the eye for City, and it needed a perfectly timed last-ditch tackle from Antonio Rudiger to direct his effort into the side netting.
Unlike Phil Foden on the other wing, Grealish was seeing plenty of the ball, and he drew a foul from Carvajal, which earned the veteran Spaniard a second yellow card. The second half began in a similar way. Lunan was also called into action soon after the restart to keep out long-range efforts from Grealish and Phil Foden.
Then Nacho pushed the ball past his own keeper, then had to desperately clear off his own line under pressure from Haaland. It was beginning to look like it was not going to be City's night. A pre-match display in the stands depicted Foden at the wheel of a bus bound for Wembley.
It felt like Madrid had brought one of their own to the Etihad, and parked it. But Guardiola made a change by throwing on Jeremy Doku in place of Grealish, and it paid dividends as he ran at Carvajal, who was on a tightrope with a yellow card. His low cross was blocked by Rudiger, but only into the path of De Bruyne, who fired into the roof of the net from a narrow angle.
While City had not been at their best, the equaliser was the least they deserved. Now Madrid were hanging on, and KDB could have won it when he somehow slammed a cross from Akanji over the bar.
By his standards, it was a sitter. Extra time saw Foden unable to sort his dazzling feet out in time to get a decent connection on Doku's low cross. And at the other end, Walker once again showed he had Vinicius in his pocket by giving the Brazilian flyer a head start and then catching him in the box.
Madrid were finally posing an attacking threat though, and Rudiger scooped a shot over the bar from 6 yards after a rare slip by Akanji. Read more. Son STORIESADDICTION agony. Richard Osman reveals crazy 4-decade battle with addiction on her own timeframe. Love Island's Camilla says daughter, 2, isn't walking or talking in the shootout. City were briefly ahead as Edison saved from Luka Modric, but Lunan did the same from both Bernardo and sub Kovacic.
Even though Foden and Edison himself scored their kicks, the Brazilian keeper could not get to Rudiger's kick and City were out.